Hello, my name is Sierra Perry, and today I will be talking about fraternities. 50 fraternity members have died in the last 5 years from a hazing incident at the fraternity house, as stated by Jeremy Scott on Bloomberg.com. Our society should not be letting this happen. Fraternities nowadays have a lot of power over students and even power over schools. How can a club control a university? Incidents at fraternities have caused pain to students and their families. Situations are created that the young men are unable to get out of and leave them feeling helpless and getting hurt. Our students should not have to go through this to be successful later in life. I have witnessed my brother, a close friend, and my father go through fraternity recruitment. Fraternities should not be allowed to get away with hazing and the killing of students. Our society must put a stop to it. Schools overlook the issue of hazing a lot. They do not do much about the incidents, and they just let fraternities get away with it. In an article published by The Atlantic, the author Caitlin Flanagan describes this as shadows of private disciplinary hearings and just silent suffering. Fraternities have a lot of power nowadays. In the same article as above, Flanagan says the majority of fraternity-related deaths occur in and around fraternity houses, over which the schools have limited and widely varying levels of operational oversight. So basically the fraternity houses as a whole can do whatever they want, and the schools, they just have no way of knowing, and that's how they get away with it. A lot of this power has come from the network that fraternities have built. In an article from The Atlantic called Death at a Penn State University, Flanagan describes how fraternities tie alumni to their colleges in a powerful and lucrative way. So basically, again, they have created a network through alumni and through the money involved that makes people overlook this. Many deaths have happened very recently from this, actually. ABC News reports on the deaths state, George Dundas at Cornell University died after being forced to drink. Tim Piazza from Penn State University died from a drunken fall this past February. At Florida State University, Andrew McCaffrey died at a fraternity party. Max Grover died from hazing at Louisiana State University. Some of their pictures are up on the board. We must come together to raise awareness of this issue. In Flanagan's article, The Dark Power of Fraternities, she says, they also have a long, dark history of violence against their own members and visitors to their houses, which makes them in many respects at odds with the core mission of college itself. So the author is basically saying that what fraternities are standing for these days and what they are allowing is completely against what all colleges want and need. Amy Wang, a reporter from Quartz, says, much of the policy governing college campuses today is rooted in the loose soil of a set of political and social fashions that change with the season and that tend not to hold up any kind of penetrating challenge. So again, basically the rules that the colleges have stated now are very much easily able to get around and again, do whatever they want. A lot of people say that the issue of hazing is a tradition in these fraternities. The New York Times Ian Lovett article says why they are getting away with this. They ensure that freedom of association language is included in all higher education reauthorization legislation, thus disallowing public universities the ability to ban fraternities. So fraternities basically find any loophole they can to make everything they do okay. I conducted a survey with the students in my class, and the first question I asked is if they felt aware of what was going on and if they knew about the incidents. A lot of them said they were aware, 92%. I then asked if they think that society as a whole hides the issue. 53% agreed. I then asked what experience have the students had with fraternities personally. I had a wide range of answers from none to good ones to the typical good because there's alcohol. And then I asked, do you think the media is good or bad at getting information out, or should we be doing more? A lot of people said that they agree that the media hides the issues and only shows the big issues and not all of them. People said that, again, we don't get the full information, and basically that we should be doing more and the media should be doing more. A lot of schools have actually taken action so far. A New York Times reporter, Ian Levette, reported Brian C. Warren, Chief Executive Officer of Sigma Phi Epsilon National Organization, said that 30 chapters have been ousted in the last 10 years, and that during the time the fraternity's grade point average had gone up while leave claims had decreased. So basically, that fraternity has stopped their hazing, and they have seen an extreme increase in grades and many other things. In the magazine Quartz, author Amy Wang wrote about Harvard's status on fraternities. She said, faculty committee yesterday released a 22-page report recommending that the university forbid students entering in the class of 2022 and beyond joining the fraternities, sororities, and similar organizations. So basically, they are punishing kids for being in these organizations and not giving them as many benefits. CNN Melissa's Gray reported the other morning, November 17th, that OSU, Ohio State University, was taking a stance on this issue. They said, quote, as a result, I am hereby suspending all social recruitment and new member activities for interfraternity council chapters until further notice, effective immediately. Ohio State said this move was not based on any specific case, but instead on a high number of investigations. Ohio State has taken an action before anything seriously bad has happened at that campus, and that is a very positive thing that many other schools should follow. Julia Jacobo from ABC News reports Florida State's fraternity suspension, however, they were not so lucky. They took action after a pledge died just 2 weeks ago, on November 3rd. A lot of schools are like Florida State, and that is something we need to change. This is not the kind of environment students should be in. No one should be forced to drink or go through hazing to feel a part of a group. We should not be giving so much power to fraternities. We need to support the schools instead. Encouraging universities to do something before someone gets seriously hurt or dies is what will help. OSUs and fraternities like Sigma Phi Epsilon are seeing positive results from stopping it. The pros of fraternities, the money they raise, and the network they have does not cancel out for the deaths. Done. What? Oh. Okay, this is my audience.